repossessions in the state of Texas. Every law is different. Every state is different. They have their own laws. Some are more similar than others. And I noticed that when I was talking about my past repossessions, I was stating how I didn't get such and such certified mail. Every step was supposed to be certified mail. And it may not be true in every state. So we're going to just see the difference. And when I looked up Texas, North Carolina, and Georgia, there are some extreme differences. Okay. So now let's go into it. I'm not going to read this whole complete article, but I'm going to read the parts that pertain to our situation, repossessions, credit, so on and so forth. Now, they're telling you to speak to a lawyer immediately. I don't really agree with that. Again, this is a law firm, so of course they're going to say that there's ways that you can avoid getting a repo and fighting a repo off your credit report. So that's what we're going to focus on. But if you feel a need to get an attorney and you want to, obviously that's completely up to you. Now, it says, fortunately, you can avoid losing your property and stop repossession by filing for bankruptcy. We've had the bankruptcy talk before. Okay. Check out my video on bankruptcies. I'm not going to go into this again because you could check out my video. However, if you feel that that's best for you to file for bankruptcy, then so be it. Okay. But we're not getting into that today. All right. So under Texas laws, your possessions can be repossessed if you have defaulted on a loan that is secured by that property. This means that you pledged the thing you were buying as collateral to secure the loan. And if you fail to make the required payments, the lender has the right to possess it and recover the debt. Okay. So that's Texas law. Now, it says the law allows lenders to repossess, and this is very critical, as soon as you are in default. I'm going to repeat that for the people in the back. The law allows lenders to repossess as soon as you are in default. So, in the state of Texas, if your payment is due by the 30th, that 31st day, if you haven't paid, they can instantly deem this as you being defaulting on the loan. All right, that's not cool, but that's just how things go, and it's not surprising. That's a lot of collection agents. I'm sorry, debtors. That's a lot of companies. But the issue is, what do they do after that? That is what's critical, and that's on a case by case basis, state to state basis. So in the state of Texas, the moment you're late, the moment you miss your first payment, there's problems. Okay. It says, although your contract may include a grace period, okay, these usually only apply to late fees and not when your vehicle can be repossessed. In most cases, your vehicle can legally be repossessed the day after you miss the payment. Again, so that 31st day, they can start the repossession process in Texas, in the state of Texas. Okay. And it says that's why it's critical that you discuss your situation. They're saying with a lawyer, but what I'm going to say is that's why it's really critical that you talk about this. You contact your loan, the bank, and your lender and say, hey, I got some issues. I know we have a grace period. I need some more time, or this is too expensive for me. What are my options? Okay. To try to avoid the repossession process. Okay. Now in the state of Texas, it says, what does the procedure involve? So it says, if the lender wants to repossess your car, they may provide you notice. So check out the words, right? Words are very important in the English language, right? The English language can be pretty tricky if you're not paying attention. So keyword is may. They may provide you notice of their intent to do so. However, the law does not require them to do so. And often you will find out that your car or your truck is being repossessed when the repo agent shows up. That's facts. A lot of y'all have experienced that, not just in Texas. You understand? I think some of us who are about that repo life, we've had that experience where we were ready to go to work or run some errands, and we get up in the morning, go try to get to our car, and nothing is there. We think somebody stole it, yada yada yada. Nah, repo man got us, right? But again, in Texas, they're stating they don't really have to notify you that they're coming to get your vehicle. Okay. In my past videos, I was telling y'all, no, they have to follow these steps. Not in the state of Texas. They may provide you notice of intent, but they don't have to, in a nutshell. Okay. Now, once the vehicle has been physically repossessed, the lender will, not may, will sell it through a private sale or auction. The sale price will then be applied to the repossession costs and the remaining balance on your loan. If the sale does not cover the entire balance, it often doesn't, which is facts, you will owe the remainder, which is known as the deficiency balance. Now, let's get back into that again. They're stating they may give you notice that they're going to repossess your car. They are saying they may give you notice that they intend to repossess your car. They don't have to. Okay. The repo man could just show up, take your car. Now, if they do that or when they do that, it's not an option. They are going to sell your car. Facts. Straight off the rip. They're selling it. Either private or public auction. Private sale, I'm sorry, or auction. Okay. Now, most repossessions, that's usually what they do. They sell the car. They don't get the full value of the car. They apply that to your debt. And the balance of that, or the deficiency balance, as they're saying on the website, then that's what's going to show up on your credit report. That's going to be the amount you owe. And a lot of times, what you owe is inclusive of taxes, towing fees, storage, because your car has to be in storage until the repossession or the auction date or the private sale date. Okay. You're going to be responsible for all of that. All right. Now, what are your rights? Although they are limited. So, as a consumer, you have limited rights in Texas when it comes to repossessions and the laws. Keep that in mind. So, although they are limited, Texas laws grant you certain rights during the repossession process. For example, repo agents cannot breach the peace, break into your garage, cause damage, or threaten you while taking your property. Now, I need you guys to put a pin in this. I'm going to write myself a little note. Okay. Because this is really important. And you're going to, even though we're talking about Texas, we're going to talk about Georgia and also North Kakalaki. And this sentence is very important. Very important. Okay. So I'm going to leave a little note, property, and I'm put a little star about it because I know I'm gonna talk about it. I know what that means for me. All right. So what they're basically saying is what little bit of rights you have is this. They can't disturb the peace. They can't be wilding out taking your vehicle. They can't break into your garage. They didn't say they can't get on your property though, but they just can't break into your garage. You understand? They can't cause damage. Some people have had their vehicle repossessed. I'm sure again we've been here, or you know somebody who had their car repossessed or their truck, whatever, repossessed, and they were real aggressive with it. They got scrapes and bangs and all of that weren't there due to the repossession. They were just too aggressive with it, right? Well, in Texas, that's not supposed to happen. That's part of your little bit of rights that you have. Or they threaten you while taking the property. I've seen YouTube videos where repo man again, was threatening or, flashed a gun. I'm assuming he felt his life was in danger. I don't know, but again, y'all got a sprinkle of rights, and here they are, right? Now it says, likewise, the lender is legally required to send you notice that includes important information before your car is sold. So they don't have to give you notice that they're going to take your car, but they are legally required to let you know the information before they sell your car. More than likely, where it's going to be sold at, what have you. I'm going to assume that. You also have the right to redeem your vehicle after it has been repossessed by paying the total remaining balance along with the repossession costs. However, you must exercise this right before the vehicle is sold. So basically what that means, and I think I told y'all I did that before. If not, I'll repeat again. I had a situation with me where I had a couple repossessions. So I had the same car repossessed twice. One was involuntary, and one was a voluntary repossession or surrender. Okay. And mind you, this is back in the day because somebody had a comment and they were like, "Oh, do you still act like?" No, no, this was years ago before I knew anything about credit and I wasn't responsible with my money at that time, whatever. But then my other car, that was involuntary repossession, and my most recent repossession, which was literally like 3 months ago, it was deemed a repossession, but the tow truck driver stole my car, and I wasn't going after it. I'm not fighting anything that depreciates in value. So, well, to go back to the first two car, the first car that was repoed twice. Um, when they involuntarily when we had the involuntary repossession where they just I woke up one day trying to go to work and my car was going, I did get the car back. I didn't know the rules and the steps like this. I just know I needed my car and I was going to get it back by any means, and I had to pay whatever balance was owed. I had to pay the gas for the tow truck driver to come out. I had to pay for the tow truck driver. I had to pay taxes. I had to pay interest. I had to pay storage fees. I picked up my vehicle exactly where at the auction lot dealership or whatever we call it, auction lot or whatever. So the tow truck driver took it to like a storage facility. I had to pay for all that. I had to pay for his miles. It was bananas. And then it was transferred to the auction, which was like miles away from where they took the car. It was bananas. I had to get I had to pay for a clean slate in order to get my car back. You understand? I pay everything I needed to pay. So that's basically what they're saying here. But they didn't take the proper steps. I didn't know about these steps at that time, and this is so long ago, yeah. But this is basically what they're trying to say to you. You have a little bit of rights, very, very, very little. As you can see, you have two small paragraphs of rights. You understand? And the only thing, as far as the lender is concerned, is that's within your rights is they can allow you to they're going to sell the car, but they have to tell you the information about your car before it's sold so you can get it back. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all. Okay. Sorry, Texas, but you guys, that's how your laws are set up. You know what I mean? So